حين المخالف الموجود بإمكانه تعديل وضعه والمغادرة من الدولة بهذه بسلام بدون ما يحصل على ختم الحرمان، وبنفس الوقت بإمكانه أنه يعدل وضعه وأنه يعيش والتمتع بحياة كريمة في هذه الدولة. شملت الأخوة والأخوات، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. في البداية
If you are staying illegally in the UAE, this is your best chance to fix your situation. Please hear me out. Today is 28 August 2024. The UAE authorities have officially announced the amnesty program details. So here are the most important things you need to know. First, it covers all the type of visas: residence visa, tourist visa, visit visa, even newborn children who don't have visa yet or their parents wasn't able to apply them visa. When amnesty started, they can apply them visa without paying the fines. Second, it covers all over the UAE, not only in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. Third, no matter how much fines do you have or how many years you are overstayed or you have an absconding case, all these will be cleared in the system once you avail the amnesty. Fourth, the amnesty will come into effect from September 1 and it will remain for 2 months. However, some are not covered by the amnesty, like if you have overstayed fines or absconded case after September 1, 2024, if you have deportations from the UAE or from GCC country, if you have financial cases or any other cases in the UAE, this is not covered by the amnesty. This is a golden chance for you to start over again, for a fresh start. Please don't miss this
People,
chance.
welcome to my channel. My name is Shafiq. Amnesty is finally here. The all-awaited amnesty is finally here. If you have been following me closely, you know that earlier this month, the UAE authorities announced an amnesty that will go from the 1st of September for 2 months. And yesterday, the 28th, the authorities held a press briefing and a media briefing on the upcoming amnesty. A number of points were raised, and in this video we are going to be discussing all these points. But to give you a brief, number one, no fines and no ban will be registered on people who will utilize the amnesty. Number two, all visa types are included. You will have to either exit the UAE or apply for a new visa within 14 days. And if you want to exit the UAE, you will have to do fingerprint. You have to do a fingerprint and you will be issued with an exit pass. You will be issued with an exit permit that will allow you to leave the UAE without any difficulties. Amnesty will start from the 1st of September, that is in 1 day's time. In 1 day, amnesty will start. You will have to apply online, visit the service centers to do fingerprints. You will be issued with an exit permit and you can leave the UAE. Come back next time without any difficulties. If you lost your passport, you will have to use a travel document from your embassy or consulate. If you have absconding cases, it will all be cleared. Let us discuss all these points in better August. Yesterday, the 28th of August, the General Authority, the Federal Authority for Identity, Citizenship, Customs and Port Security held a press conference in Abu Dhabi in which they briefed the press and the media fraternity about the upcoming amnesty period that is going to start from the 1st of September 2024. So for starters, amnesty is a period of time that the government puts up for people to regularize their stay. If you are staying illegally in the country, the government puts up such a period so that you can either exit the UAE or adjust your visa status if you still want to stay in the UAE. So this is going to happen from the 1st of September. And yesterday, when the federal authority held a meeting, a press conference with the media and the general society, a number of points were reached, a number of points were announced, and a number of issues that were earlier unclear are now very, very clear. So before we dive into the details of all this, I want to put it first clear that there are no travel ban that is going to be issued to people who are going to use the amnesty to exit the country. Violators will only be able to adjust their visa status or exit the country within 14 days. Okay, so the period is going to be within 14 days. Once the amnesty has been availed and your fines have been all waived, you will have to leave the UAE within 14 days or apply for a new visa, that is either residence or work visa. Okay, so you either have to adjust your visa status or exit the UAE. How is this going to happen? This is going to happen like this. First of all, you will have to register on the ICP application or the ICP website, that is www.icp.gov.ae. In the video description, I'll be putting a lot of information that you will need to be checking out. So once you have made the registration, you will wait until you receive a message. When you receive a message, you will be directed on where to go to do the biometrics and fingerprint. Once the biometrics and fingerprints have been done, you will be issued with an exit pass. For those who would like to leave the UAE, you will be given an exit permit that you can use at all border posts to leave the UAE without any difficulty. Earlier on, if you had visa overstay fines, you would have to clear the fines before you are allowed to exit. But this time, once you avail of the amnesty and your fines have been waived, you will be issued with an exit permit that you can use at the airport. So I want to clarify that no ban and fine will be implemented. That's point number one. Number two, you will either have to adjust your visa status or exit the UAE. That is point number two. Point number three is that this amnesty is going to be for all visa types, residence or visit visa. It will all be applicable. If you overstayed the visit visa or a residence visa that it was cancelled and you overstayed the grace period, you will be able to avail of the amnesty. So on the 1st of September, you will have to log in to visit the ICP website, put in an application and wait for a message. During that period, the authorities will go through your application to make sure you do not have other cases like drug cases or financial criminal cases or any other cases. If you have no such cases, most likely your fines will be all waived. Okay, so that is point number three. Point number four is that there are centers that are going to be set up where you can do the fingerprints from. Why you need to do the fingerprint is to separate you from other people with travel bans, so that you can be able to come back in UAE any other time without difficulty. So people should not fear doing the fingerprint. No bans will be registered on them. Again, also, no matter how much fines or absconding case, you will be able to be cleared. You will be cleared and you will be allowed to exit the UAE or to change your visa status. That is only for people who have absconding cases that are administrative. This amnesty is also going to be for all Emirates, where no matter which emirate issued your visa, you will be able to avail of the amnesty period. Amnesty will come into effect from the 1st of September. So who can benefit from the amnesty? Number one are residency violators. If you are previously on a residence visa and it was cancelled, you overstayed the visa past the grace period, you will be able to avail of the amnesty. Number two is visa holders, visit visa holders, also people with absconding cases and foreigners born in the country. If you are foreign parents, you bear a child within the UAE, that child must have a visa. So in case you had not registered them or you had not applied for them a visa, at this point the children can exit and then they will be able to come back. A unified number will be allocated to every newborn baby and they will be able to come back any other time. So categories that do not benefit from the amnesty are residents and violators after 1st September. If you overstay the visa after 1st September, those fines will not be waived. Absconding cases registered after the 1st, and deportation cases after the 1st, and those from GCC member countries. Another point to note is that the application will be through the ICP website. Like I've said, I will leave a link in the video description. You can visit the smart services, and then when you get a confirmatory message, then you can visit the allocated place to do the biometrics and get an exit permit for people who want to leave the UAE. For those who want to stay inside the UAE, you will have to apply for a new visa. So when do one need to get fingerprinting or biometrics? If you had done biometrics earlier, you would not need to do it again, or you just need to apply for an exit permit and it will be issued. Okay, so there are those approved biometric or fingerprint centers. If your visa was issued in Abu Dhabi, you will have to visit all service centers that have biometric fingerprint capture devices, for example in Al Dhafra, in Soihan, Al Maqam, and Shahama. For visas that are issued in Dubai, you will have to visit Al Awir service centers to do your biometrics once your application has been granted. You must admit that the authorities reserve the right to either grant you the amnesty period or deny, depending on the circumstances. So for the visas in all other Emirates, you will have to visit the service centers that have biometric finger capture devices. So what happens if you don't exit and you do not change your status? If you do not exit the UAE and you do not change your visa status, all previous fines and restrictions will be automatically reinstated after the 14 days. Once the 14 days have elapsed and you have not applied for a new visa, neither have you exited the UAE, all previous fines and restrictions will automatically be reinstated and the law will work upon you. This is something that happens actually after 6 years. We last had amnesty in 2018 and it's now 2024 that we are getting it again. So it is something that happens once in a while. I urge you all to utilize this chance and legalize your stay in the UAE. So what happens to people who lost their passports? If you lost your passport and you would like to exit the UAE, you will have to go through the normal procedure. You will have to obtain a lost passport certificate from the GDRFA websites for Dubai and Abu Dhabi ICP, and then you will head over to your embassy or consulate to work on a travel document. Travel document from your embassy or your consulate in UAE will also enable you to get the exit permit for as long as the data is matching. The data on the travel document is matching with your personal data, then you will be issued with the exit permit and you can leave the UAE and come back without any difficulty. So if you have any assistance or if you need any assistance with your visa, you can reach out to the ICP through the following channels. Number one, you can reach out through the ICP call center, which is 605-222-22, or you can reach out to the ICP live chat on the website. Live chat is that chat bot that you can chat with. You can also reach out to the AMEL call centers in Dubai that are spread all over Dubai if your visa was issued in Dubai, or any of the social media channels of ICP and GDRFA. You can reach out to them and you will be assisted. So which type of services will be provided to violators during the amnesty? Number one, issuing exit permits. Number two, renewing residence permit, issuing a residence permit for newborns, issuing a new visa and adjusting the status of valid visas. So that is about the amnesty. Any other question you may have, you can leave it in the comments. I will leave a number of I will leave very important information in the video description. It is important you check it out for more information and more detailed information. Subscribe to our channel so you do not have to miss out on the latest news. And once the amnesty has started on the 1st, I'll also be taking you through the process of how you can register for amnesty. Thank you and bye bye.
الحين المخالف الموجود بإمكانه تعديل وضعه والمغادرة من الدولة بهذه بسلام بدون ما يحصل على ختم الحرمان، وبنفس الوقت بإمكانه أنه يعدل وضعه وأنه يعيش والتمتع بحياة كريمة في هذه الدولة. شملت 4 فئات: فئة المخالفين الإقامة، فئة مخالفين التأشيرة، بالنسبة للأشخاص اللي عليهم موانع طبعا إدارية سواء كان في حالة التغيب سواء كان في حالة الانقطاع عن العمل، وبالنسبة لمواليد الدولة. للشخص كم كان عدد الغرامات اللي موجودة عنده بيتم طبعا إلغائها، ويعتبر من اليوم اللي بيقدم فيه الطلب عن طريق قنوات الخدمة يعتبر كأنه مقدم معاملة جديدة.